good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel with your main girls, Mel
and Amanda,
our curly hair bride. If you or a bride you know are looking to wear your hair naturally curly for their upcoming nuptials, then this is the video for you.
As a fall 2023 bride, I'm looking for Mel's best tips on how to properly style my hair to make sure that it holds up in the different weather conditions. I also really want to try placing some veils and playing with a little bit of tiaras in this video.
And we're going to be styling a curly hair updo that can convert to a downdo later on for the party. If you are looking for tips to style your beautiful crown, pun intended, then keep on watching and let's get to it. So we have already prepped Amanda's hair by washing. Depending on when you like your hair best, you want to wash 1 to 2 days before your wedding day or the day of, but personally, I wouldn't recommend. Do you really want to do your wash day the morning of your wedding? Unless you're getting married later on in the day. Amanda's getting married at 11:30.
11.
I've already started having
It's 11,
nightmares.
not 11:30.
No.
It's 11 a.m.
Amanda, that's even worse. I've already been having nightmares that we're getting ready and we're late for the wedding and I did my own makeup and it came out not how I wanted and then I didn't have my speech written. Amanda, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I haven't been sleeping well, okay? We have 14 months, so it's gonna be a long year and a bit. Today, we're gonna be prepping Amanda's hair to be styled for the wedding tomorrow.
Yes.
That way it's still fresh, it smells good, it isn't frizzy, but it also isn't small. She tends to get more volume on day 2, which we will want to use here. So we're gonna wet down Amanda's hair. As I mentioned, it's already been washed. Now something important to note that you're probably doing the week of your wedding is you may be coloring your hair. And so it's really important to make sure that all of your products are gonna help to fortify and strengthen your hair. So we're talking K18 treatments,
Olaplex,
which we're going to be prepping with, as well as looking for products that have proteins, amino acids, curl enhancing ingredients, just to make sure the curls pop back to life for the big day. We also want to use products that are lightweight. That's why I'm going in with the Olaplex number 9. It's such a nice serum. It's going to give a really nice slip. And of course, it's got the Olaplex magical ingredient, bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate.
I don't know how you remember that.
Bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate. Honestly, I like to say it. So.
And it's also heat and UV protected.
Exactly. You never want to just use a serum on your wash day.
What do you mean by that?
Well, specifically this serum is meant for hydrating and repairing and it's a protecting serum. But most serums, as we know them, are like anti-frizz serums. They're usually a silicone serum, usually great for smoothing, but they're not going to do anything necessarily for curl defining and curl enhancing, and also helping to give proper moisture and shine. They will leave a beautiful coat over the hair, but they're not going to give the curls their proper moisture. So we will be going in with a cream, and you should always go in with a tried and true, which is why we will be using. This is the AG Recoil. I know she looks different. It's because it's been repackaged. It also has been slightly reformulated. It is now silicone free. So this will be a little bit different as we are using. But most importantly, this is gonna help with the frizz defining, frizz controlling, and curl defining. I'm just rubbing it in my hands like so and applying towards the ends first.
And I love the tip that you gave to everyone. Of course, I know this tip because you've told me many times before. Whenever I'm styling for an event, whether that be my wedding day or not, I always use creams and products in general that I already know and love. And I know that my hair loves. So this is a cream we've been using for years, and so is everything here. I've been using it for a long time, and I know it works really well for my hair.
But if you are still in the hunt for good products, and you know your wedding is going to be in the fall specifically, well, you want to make note of what ingredients are going to work really well, especially if it's going to be raining, things like that. So it's always good to use a product that's going to help to tame frizz, right? And one of the ways that we can prevent frizz in the hair in humidity and rainy weather is by giving the hair the moisture it needs on your wash day. If it's already nice and moisturized, it won't seek out the moisture in the air to bring it into your hair, which causes the frizz. So that's what we're doing. Right now we're nicely moisturizing it. I'm gonna really work this through Amanda's hair with a brush, and then we're gonna start to move into the curl defining portion in just a minute. But there's one more really important styling product that we need to add here, and that is gonna be something to really help with control and hold and really help define and shape. We already have a lot of that with the cream, and we could leave it here, but for extra protection, we're gonna use a tried and true, a holy grail, made by yours truly. It's the Verb Curl Foaming Gel.
Never skip a gel.
You never want to skip a gel, only because it's going to give you the extra hold. But if you do like to avoid a crunchy hair hold, or you want your hair to be nice and defined, but without that really, really wet look, then this is absolutely the perfect gel for you. We're just going to make sure Amanda's hair is nice and wet before applying that. We had a snack before filming, and so Amanda's hair dried rapidly. My most important tip is to make sure the hair is wet as you're styling. You do a hydrating serum, then moisturizer, cream, and then holding product gel. So always start applying from the bottom and working your way up, okay? And now we can get defining. I'm brushing these products through to ensure even saturation from root to tip, because if there's one thing that's gonna ruin your curly hair day, it's uneven saturation, some curls not getting styled as well as the others, and then it not looking cohesive and just perfectly controlled as much as it can be. So now we're gonna get defining. We're gonna turn Amanda around to look back at it. Now this is very important. I want you to really pay attention to what we're doing here. We're gonna section Amanda's hair from the back of her crown. This is her crown right here. We're gonna section just below that to right behind her ears. Just like that. The first section we're gonna take is right above her nape. We're gonna take a horizontal section, and instead of brushing underneath, we're gonna brush style this section down or over top, really smoothing the root and brushing it down towards her nape. You'll see why once we get to styling, but after brushing this through really smooth, we're gonna go in and detail this whole section. All around the hairline of the face, we are going to be finger coiling as I am doing here, because that's the halo around our hairstyle that's really gonna be shown, so you want these curls to really pop. Now there are actually other ways that you can define the curls. We have shared flexi rod tutorials as well as other roller tutorials that you can do if maybe finger coiling doesn't work for you, but what's important here is, again, this sectioning. Moving on. This is my brush styling technique to create really ribbony curls. I'm pressing the hair along the spine of the brush and really smoothing the hair from root to tip. If this is the first time that you're seeing this, I know what you're thinking. It's giving straight, and well, this is a hetero wedding. Oh my God, Alyssa. I mean, but don't you worry, the curls will come right back to life once we get to scrunching. Wasn't that easy? We're already moving up.
That was so easy.
Easy for you to say. We're gonna switch up the direction here, and this is really, really important. There's a reason why we section the hair right here below the crown, and that's gonna come in handy when we, put on the crown, but also our other bridal accessories, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We are going to now go back to a horizontal sectioning, doing the exact same motion until we reach the top of her head. We've taken kind of a pinwheel section until reaching this line in front of her ear. These were vertical, and these are gonna be horizontal. The sections I'm taking are all about 1 inch thick, which we wanna keep consistent. If you have a tighter curl pattern, like tighter than mine, you do wanna take a smaller section, maybe 1/2 inch. Or if you have a bigger curl, you can take an even bigger section, like 1.5 inches. That's gonna help you cater to your specific curl pattern. For Amanda's curl, whose diameter is about 1 inch wide, we wanna take 1 inch wide section. Now we are left with this front section here.
I look like a Whoville.
Listen, Cindy Lou, this is what you're gonna do. We are going to continue brushing this hair all the way back. But if you were going to style a bit of a bang, a little face frame, this is when you want to section those pieces out. But because Amanda wants her hair off of her face for this bridal trial, we're testing things out. We are going to brush everything up and back. We are going to brush this hair forward to bring back. And just keep smoothing and brushing it. It'll tell the curl what you want it to do, okay? Smooth and brush, and then we're gonna bring it back. And I want you to see, by over directing that hair forward, do you see what this is gonna do for me now? See how there's all that room and that volume? That's what we did at the bottom. It's what we're doing at the top. Now for the rest of the section, while I'm holding it, I am going to very gently define the ends of these curls with the finger coiling. Now that we're all defined and set in place, it's also a really good idea to put some clips in if needed. That's gonna really help you set that style. These are like an alligator clip slash roller combination that we're going to place right at the root to maintain that curved, voluptuous shape.
We'll link them in the description as well as all the other products where you can find them.
Once the hair is dry, you don't need to keep them in any longer.
Okay.
Like this is gonna help the hair set in that place as it dries. Look back for me.
Now I'm wondering, is the best thing for me to do air dry or should we diffuse this?
Air dry? Absolutely not. What we're gonna do now is diffuse the hair. Amanda, lean back. This is where the bride can sleep and just think about all of the magical things that her day is gonna entail. This is what the hair is looking like after we did all that brush styling. And there's one more product we can apply to really help to add a little extra texture, hold, definition, as well as curl enhancing. We're gonna add a bit of a salt spray. This is the Curl Trigger by AG. And I'm just gonna lightly spritz this over the hair.
Oh, that smells delicious.
This is really gonna help the curls bounce back. If you wanna learn more about salt sprays, we did a whole video on that. And now with your blow dryer and diffuser attachment, very important, we are going to use whatever speed is not gonna blow the hair all over the place and whatever heat doesn't burn the bride's hair and scalp. So for the Dyson, it's just gonna be high heat and high speed for me, but you do what you got and you gotta do, okay? All right, now that the hair is dry and set in place, we are gonna remove these clips that got a little crazy, very, very gently. And then from here, if you are staying in for the night, I would just recommend not touching your hair at all. You may feel it has a little bit of a crispy, crunchy cast from your styling products, which is great because that's gonna help to give you hold. And if you can prevent scrunching that out right now, that is ideal. But if you have to step outside and it's raining again because fall, then do the next step now. We're gonna be taking a styling serum. This is a finishing serum. This one specifically has a little bit of glitter and glam in it. It's the Color Wow Pop and Lock. It's a high gloss serum that's also gonna help to give UV protection, but I mean, that's just an added bonus. We only need to take two little pumps of this. A little bit goes a long way because it can become a little bit greasy. We are just using a very gentle smoothing motion and then giving the hair a little squish, a little massage. That's helping to reveal all of the volume in here. And just like that, the curls are perfectly prepped and you can sleep standing. I don't want to see you take a nap.
Not that I'm probably going to be getting much sleep on my wedding day. Everyone says that you don't sleep much because you're really excited, but I'm definitely going to be sleeping with my bonnet. I'll show you the one that I wear. This is my favorite bonnet that I own. It is reversible, which is great, and my favorite part about it is that it's large enough for my big head and big head of hair, and it has an adjustable strap. So if you're someone who finds that your bonnet does fall off at night, this is great because you can adjust it to the size of your head to really make sure that it's secured. And this is how I put it on to make sure that I don't sleep and flatten any of my curls. I like to gather my hair in 2 sections and then lay the hair over my head, gathering all my curls at the top here. You can see this really helps make sure that all my hair is gathered at the top of my head, which I'll then take my bonnet and then place it on, starting from the nape of my neck and then collecting all the hair forward. I'll also give it a little shake to make sure no curls got lost, and when I go to bed, all my curls will be secured in this position, so that way when I lay flat, when I lay on my side, it is protected for the most part all up here and I won't be laying on top of it.
The next morning.
Good morning. She's back. We're ready to style. It's the big day.
But full transparency, last night I did go to a wedding rehearsal, not mine, but my friend's, and this morning I did go to the gym. So I really did put my wash day to the test.
Let's see what we're working with. No! Little appreciation for the curls.
I actually had a really bad dream that I ruined my hair because I knew we were filming today's video.
This is why we have concealer. Okay, so we're just gonna say goodbye to Amanda, and when she turns around, she'll be a good bride. See how easy it was for me to separate her hair because we already put in that sectioning? We're gonna leave the bottom part out for now. We'll clip it away. And we're gonna start by situating the top section. Now remember what we said about the bangs. If you're going to be wearing bangs, make sure that you leave them out. We are going to be pulling everything back for this hairstyle, is that correct? Because we want to see this bride's face. The makeup was not by Mel, but it's fine. What's wrong with my makeup? I didn't say anything. Now it's so important that we really look at this from all angles and check in with our bride and see if you like the height of that ponytail, because this is the base of the bun. Now this is where things are gonna get a little pinny. Make sure you have those bobby pins on deck, but most importantly, we are gonna beef up the base of this ponytail with, let's say you have a sock. I don't have a sock bun type of thing, so we're just gonna beef it up with this hair headband, just wrapping it around the ponytail, and this is what's gonna allow us to put a lot of pins into the hair without stabbing them into the scalp, because no one wants a hairpin headache, especially on your wedding day. And what's nice about this hair headband is that it matches her hair. Even if someone kind of peeks through, which we don't want them to do, at least they won't really be able to tell that there's something in there. There's nothing in the hair. That was a lie. Maury, don't come for me. Now we're gonna split this area into two, and working in the back section only, we're gonna be wrapping little sections around your fingers and then pinning it into that base that we secured at the top of the ponytail. This is an alternative to teasing this section, which in curly hair we want to avoid as much as possible. The more sections I take to twirl, the more volume I may have, and I could also add a little volumizing powder if needed, but Amanda's got a lot of hair here, so I'm just pinning each section almost in a half semicircle around the back half of the bun, and you can see what that is now looking like. So now I've set aside the center of the ponytail just so I can use that to wrap around the hair tie, the bumper here. Remember, this was the top section that we had finger coiled all around her hairline, so it's perfectly, beautifully defined. It's going to drape over this big bun that we are establishing. We are going to secure that right over top here. But just before that, a really important thing to do, which is part of the reason why we sectioned this hair so beautifully, is because we're going to anchor the veil there. Taking two long bobby pins, we are going to crisscross. Now my bobby pins are quite visible. It's so that you can see on camera, but ideally you want to get bobby pins that match the person's hair. Make sure you do that, it's very important. Now that we place these pins in, when we go to put the veil on, it's going to be easy breezy, beautiful, curly girl. We're gonna lock that into place once I've situated where I like the curls to lay. Personally, I really like how loose and soft that is. I really like seeing these little ringlets. This gives us a perfect anchor for not just the veil, but also when we remove the veil after the ceremony to place in a beautiful accessory. Do you see what I mean? But for now, we are going to finish off the top section by taking the middle of the bun, remember that we sectioned away, and we're gently gonna drape this around the front here. And this right here is our half bun. Give us a twirl, Amanda, give them a full effect. That's beautiful.
Really?
It's beautiful. That's a very pretty bun. Now we could leave things here, but we're gonna continue to pick things up a notch for really elegant updo using the rest of this hair. The reason why we initially separated this is because it's gonna be easy for that party letdown. Now with this back section, we're gonna split it in two, and I'm gonna twist the section 1 to 2 times away, cross it over, and wrap it around the bun and secure it with pins. I'm gonna repeat on the other side, twisting the hair outwards and crossing the section over to the other side, wrapping it around the front of the bun, and very strategically place the bobby pins. You want to remember where you put them. Now take a look at that. We almost have this gorgeous French twist illusion. Now if you look very closely and only then, you can see that there are a couple little frizzies, and how we're going to take care of that is by taking a little bit of our gel, just tucking them in. We're gonna do the same thing for any tendrils. If you decide to leave some of those out, we're gonna style Amanda's little baby hairs here. And the last thing we need to do to make this gorgeous a bride is accessorize.
I look like a princess.
You really do. Paula was exhausted. I give you a princess. you got it really secure, you want to be very gentle when you pull this out, but this is just slipping right out. You want to put this in a very safe place. And then you can keep the tiara, you can remove the tiara. We're actually going to have to remove it to let down the rest of the hair.
Oh.
After letting this hair down, which we very carefully pinned, it is as pretty as we beginned. You can finish this off with a little texture spray at the roots for extra volume, a little extra gloss, maybe even a little sparkle spray. Go on with your day, the most special of all. And that's it. We hope that you guys enjoyed today's video with our beautiful bride-to-be. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel if you want to see more.
Remember, I'm getting married next fall, 2023, so we have lots of time to try out different hairstyles. So let us know what you want us to do next.
And let us know if this is a winner. Should this be Amanda's style? First, we have to get the dress, but we hope that you liked today's video. Until next time, this has been your main girls, Mel
And Amanda.
and we're out. Peace.
Ow! This hurts. This thing has knives in it. I'm sacrificing my life for this fucking video.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel with our bride. Okay, very good. Oh god, I wasn't recording.
What?
I'm kidding. I thought it was gonna scare you.
I was about to stab you.
You don't need this kind of stress on your wedding day.
No.
Cheers. And to get your foot off the wall, I can see it.
I was trying to do it evilly.
You're sleeping? You've seen sleeping. Do you have the volume clips?
One moment, please.
And this is actually super easy.